Alright guys, today I'm cleaning up a 20 ounce claw. I'm not a big fan of the claw hammers. I know they have their place. I'm just always used, I call them straight claw, the framing hammers. But these have their place, and a friend of mine wants this cleaned up and looking nice for him, so I think I'm gonna blue and polish it a little bit. I don't know if this had waffle end on it or if that someone just beat the living hell out of it. I don't know. Someone's beat the crap out of this thing on that end. The rest of it's not too bad a shape. Somebody, of course, used the side of it to beat on this side, but this side's in good shape. You know what? I might use a flap disc on this. It looks like one jaw is bent. Yeah, it is. One is bent. Probably trying to pry up a big piece of machinery or a chunk of concrete that was way heavier than this thing should be allowed to pick up. Someone's trying to use it as leverage. Alright, well, let's get the flap disc out. I might have to do that outside. Man, it is hot outside. Yeah, let me just do the flap disc outside and then I'll bring it in and show you, and then we'll go to the wire wheel after that. Alright, I'm just showing you the flap disc. Look at the abuse this thing's had. Somebody's definitely used it. It's still a good hammer, it just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. Oh, I should have did the flap disc on the back here. Parts of this is hard to get to with that flap disc. I don't want to gouge it because sometimes you can take, even with a worn disc, you can gouge the metal. Well, let's do a little more finessing. I'll be right back. Alright, different things. I'm going to work on the belt sander a little bit. I think this is a 80 grit belt. It's worn down pretty good. Just to see what it'll do. Practicing. Alright, I'm going to polish this end here and the top. It's got some scratches and some dings. I'm going to leave that. I think it'll look pretty good. And can't bring it to brand new because if you take all this metal off, one's going to change the weight, and two, it's going to be used hammer. You just want it cleaned up a little bit, make it look nice. So that's what I'm doing. Now, before I do any more to this thing, I figure I'll take a little bit of, clean up the teeth on the, or claw, just to straighten them up a little bit. Let's get a bigger file. Take a little bit more metal. There we go. These really shouldn't have a point. I think cleaned up pretty good. Most people don't use the claw parts anyways. Still nice to have a good claw. I tried to straighten up, bend the bend, but it's really hard to put this in your, and I didn't show it because it was dangerous and someone would complain, but I tried to put it in my press and try to make a jig, and yeah, it's too sketchy. So I did what I did, and that's all I'm going to say on that. But clean the handle next. Well, might as well. All right, I'll be back. Hang on. Man, I'm running low on carb cleaner. I had to use so much on the Tahoe. Running low. I should have bought, I was at Walmart the other day and should have bought some when I was there. Oh, this paint don't want to come off. Boy, that's some stuff now. That may not be paint. I don't know what that is. It's definitely on there. Might be Bondo. You know, it might also be, there's a Nason brand made by DuPont, sells a body primer that's red like this and thick. That's what it reminds me of now. Holy Holy smokes. It'll take me longer to clean the handle than it did the rest of it. Alright, well, let me clean on this some more, and then we'll see what we wind up with. Alright guys, now I'm going to try a little bluing. I just want to see what how this will work. Should turn out pretty nice. I don't want to blue the polishing parts that I've polished. I just want to blue the hammer part. I just thought of something. I didn't bring any water in here with me. Well, that stinks. That's alright, I'll make it do. I'll run outside and give it a going over with the water hose. This actually might look pretty good. You know, they come from the factory painted gray, which, well, that's alright. I'm not a big fan of the paint as much now as I like this bluing. It works a whole lot better. I'm trying to do all the little edging without having to come back and polish anything off. See if I missed anything. I don't think I did. You know, it says let it set for 30 seconds. I wonder if you let it set longer what it would do, if it would do anything. I mean, would it affect the color if you left it for, say, an hour? I might have to test that just to see. And for those of you, this is the bluing I'm using. Yes, I contaminated. I keep dipping back into it, but it doesn't seem to hurt, so one coat. I'm gonna have to clean up where it kind of dribbled over, but I found that I can take a Dremel with a little polishing wheel and clean that up better than on the big wheel. All right, let's go rinse it off and then come back and steel wool it. All right, guys, get back on this. Let's see how this cleans up. Oh yeah, it's looking nice. Only thing I don't like about this bluing is it leaves a, I don't know, between the metal and the chemical smell. has a weird odor. I let this bluing sit on this for a while before I polished it. I went in the house and ate dinner or I ate lunch rather, and then made some tea. And then, so it's been about 45 minutes. Really can't tell, you know, how long, if you leave it set very long, if it makes a difference. I don't think it does. Alright, let me clean this little bit of bluing off the polished part, and then throw a little wax on. Be right back. Alright, throw a little wax on this, call this thing done. I mean, it's not, I'm sure somebody will think that should do more, take off more metal and make it look, I don't know, 100% brand new, but no need to. Just a good usable hammer. Want it to make it look a good condition. I think I did that. Bring it back. I'm not a big fan of little claw hammers, but if I was going to use a claw hammer, it'd be an Estwing. Alright guys, there you go. I took the liberty of taking all the damage off. I don't know exactly what, if it was waffled or not, but I took it all off. I meant there is some, you know, left some damage. Those are deep. There's, you know, you could take all that out, but you'd take probably an ounce of metal off. And I did clean up the handle the best I could, and I don't think it was Bondo like at first. I think it was a Nason brand, was made at DuPont, makes a primer that's really heavy. It's a high build primer. That's what I think it was. It does say 20 ounce or 20C E3 nylon USA. I mean, look, bluing took just fine. It's got a nice color to it. Left the dings and dents. Like I said, there's no need to take that much. It's not a piece of art. He just wanted it cleaned up, a good usable hammer, and I think I did that. Did clean up, did try to straighten this, and I did. There's still a little bit, but I didn't show that on video. It was sketchy. It was hard to do, to set that on the press and press down. Yeah, I won't do that again. But, you know, it's a good hammer. He just wanted a good usable hammer and he wanted it to look nice. I think I fulfilled that. All right, guys, tell me what you think. What would you have done? I mean, it was probably usable the way it was, but now at least it looks presentable in the toolbox, or when you're swinging it, it's not a, you know, almost wore out hammer. I guess now it's got new life. I think anyways. Guys, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe if you like. If you don't like, well, nothing I can do about that then. Y'all have a good day.